Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Bhaktavijaya389. As you may remember, Nimbaraja started doing kirtans. Rukmini offers a fortune to Nimbaraja. In his natural state of mind, Nimbaraja went to Pandari. The listeners should remember that it was at this point that they questioned me. The life of the world said to Rukmini, "Give some boon to Nimbaraja." At this, the mother of the world was astonished. The mother of the universe took the form of a female gardener and sat on the way with a basket of carrots cut up in pieces. As Nimbaraja was returning from the temple, she said to him in a gentle tone, "My child is crying at home. I must go and fetch it. So do me a kindness and sit here for a while. I'll bring my baby and return immediately. If you do not grant my request, who will take care of my carrots? Many men are wandering around in the bazaar, and they might take them away." As the mother of the universe said this, his mind was filled with pity. And he said, "I will sit here, but return quickly." The female gardener gave the basket in his custody, and going to the temple, did not return for 3 hours. Then, as Nimbaraja removed the cloth from the basket and looked into it, he saw lumps of gold and not simple carrots. He was astonished and said, "The primal mother, Lakshmi, wants to put me into temptation. This cannot be called gold, but a great calamity. So it seems to me." Disgust rose in his mind. As a beautiful person will not look at a leper, or as at the sight of liquor in front of them, repentant alcoholics will walk away from the place. So when Nimbaraja saw the gold inside the basket, his mind felt disgust. Then he returned to the temple and prostrated himself reverently before God. He joined his hands palm to palm and pleaded, "Oh God, why dost thou put me into temptation? I wish thy favor and no fortune or wealth." Then he made a namaskar to Rukmini and returned to his lodgings and began lovingly to repeat the names of Hari without interruption. Here in the temple, Rukmini said, "Oh, life of the world, I obeyed your order and gave gold to Nimbaraja, but his mind does not take to it." The purveyor of the world smiled and said, "My bhaktas are pleased with my worship. Temptation, greed, and avarice have no effect on them. The showers of rain do not penetrate a mountain, and the sky cannot be painted black, nor does cold affect the sun, and heat has no effect on the moon. Thirst does not trouble the ocean, and food does not trouble fire. So my bhaktas are indifferent. Snares of temptation do not affect them." Nimbaraja at the Chandrabhaga. While the Lord of Vaikuntha thus spoke, Rukmini greatly wondered in her mind. The next morning, the saints started for the Chandrabhaga to bathe, with Nimbaraja in their company. Then the Lord of Pandari thought to himself, "I must give Nimbaraja some imperishable reward, by which in full love he will be engrossed in my worship." Saying this, he who was as dark as the tamal leaf took the garb of a Brahmin, put garlands of tulsi around his neck, and arrived there. He had a cap on his head and a belt around his loins, and on his forehead was the odorous black powder, puka. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.